Very good evening to all of you. Honorable Governor of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundra Rajan. Honorable Chief Justice Telangana, Shri Alok Arabhe. Shri K. Vishweswar Reddy, former Member of Parliament and Founder Trustee, JKMR Foundation. Shri V. Rajgopal Reddy, former Additional Solicitor General of India. He has mentored many like me while he was Chairman of Bar Council of India Trust. I was picked up by him along with 20 other lawyers from the country to receive special training at Administrative Staff College, Hyderabad. I am ever beholden to his guidance, to his mentorship, and his contribution to the legal fraternity is etched in history. Shri P.V.S. Reddy, Chief Postmaster General, Telangana Circle. Shri K.R. Suresh Reddy, Member Parliament, Rajya Sabha. Shri S. Niranjan Reddy, Member Parliament, Rajya Sabha. I can never forget to mention members of Rajya Sabha. That's very critical. I preside that house. What was said by the former Member of Parliament, I can have many caveats. Madam Sangeeta Reddy ji, Joint MD Apollo Hospital. And I remember the very first day when I had the good fortune to interact with her at a FICCI program. And she remembered her father-in-law so gloriously that I was quite keen to come to this function. Distinguished audience, I deem it a matter of pride, privilege and pleasure for having been called upon to release a special Indian postal cover commemorating the 100th anniversary of the late Justice Konda Madhava Reddy, former Chief Justice of Andhra Pradesh and Bombay High Courts and former Governor of Maharashtra. I congratulate the Department of Posts, Ministry of Communications for their opportune initiative and as always for ensuring the impeccable aesthetics in the design which we all just noticed. It is commendable that the Department of Post has been salient record keeper of India's inspirational and motivational legends, and the present one is an instance. Today's initiative is a befitting recognition and tribute to legendary late Justice Konda Madhava Reddy. I did not have the good fortune of having ever met him or even seen the legendary figure, late Justice Konda Madhava Reddy, but I can claim to know of him and know of him well. Justice Reddy was born on 21st October 1923, that's the real date of birth. Was a visionary who made lasting contributions to India's justice and education system. Justice Reddy, among his peers, is remembered as a soft-spoken, thoughtful, contemplative, reasonable, and fair, with an innate sense of justice and thorough with his facts and law. He was ever open to the other point of view, something we all need to imbibe. The central message of late Justice Konda Madhava Reddy's life was inclusive society. We must live the values and create values. He lived what he believed in and founded several educational, social and cultural organizations. He took inspiration from those who were before him and encouraged young lawyers to work to their full potential. He was a contributor to several important judgments that shaped Indian history and discourse. The Honorable Governor has referred to two of his very significant judgments. Friends, at a very personal level, I resonate with Justice Reddy not only because of his association with the judiciary, but also as someone who did not forget his roots. A son of the soil, Justice Reddy remained a cultivator in his native village, Dharmasagar, until the end. Friends, this is a huge reflection on his personality. He exemplified simplicity, sublimity, modesty, and that is why we all are here. He is for us all inspirational and motivational figure. As a Kisan Putra myself, I am inspired by Justice Reddy's efforts to alleviate rural struggles through his judgments. He gave a voice to those who were believed to be voiceless. He helped those who are the providers for Bharat, that is, our Kisans or farmers. As Bharat approaches, friends, its centenary year, Bharat 2047, we must remember the ideals advocated and emphasized by Justice Reddy: service, justice, and compassion, as these must form the bedrock of an inclusive society and a vibrant democracy. As a matter of fact, these are a sense of our civilizational ethos. We must ever continue to believe in them and practice them. Friends, we are living in Amrit Kaal. The world is witnessing India's progress across domains, the outcomes of which are impacting the lives of 1/6 of humanity, that is our Bharat. This is our Gaurav Kaal. We are laying the firm foundations for a developed Bharat to reclaim the glory that had made ours the leading nation for many centuries. It is soothing to note that all three organs of the state, the judiciary, the executive, and the legislature, are performing commendably and catalyzing the unprecedented rise of Bharat. When I come to judiciary, the legal landscape of Bharat has been undergoing great affirmative change in recent months, which will have tremendous positive impact on its progress and on the welfare of 1/6 of humanity. During the past decade, significant strides have been made in the judicial system, emphasizing digitalization through the e-courts project and the National Judicial Data Grid. These have not only enhanced transparency and accessibility, but have resulted in reduction of pendency of cases. Major legal reforms initiated by judiciary included establishment of commercial courts, amendment to arbitration enactments aiming for faster dispute resolution. Initiatives like National Legal Services Authority (NALSA) has been taken to strengthen legal aid mechanisms for the underprivileged, the vulnerable sections of the society, ensuring impactful, effective justice to them. What is further noteworthy is that under our current Chief Justice, Dr. Chandrachud, the Supreme Court has taken several critical steps, including to bring justice to people in their own language, a revolutionary step that connects the people emotively to the highest court of the land. Supreme Court has gone paperless, and even the courts, including advocates, are performing paperless. 99% of district courts are connected to the high courts, and the high courts are moving towards paperless ecosystem. That is absolutely necessary in the times we live, the challenges we face. When we come to legislature, just a few days ago, friends, 3 new bills were introduced. They got the assent of the Honorable President of India, Shrimati Draupadi Murmu, just 2-3 days back. The new laws, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita, the Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, and the Bharatiya Sakshi Act have unshackled Indian criminal justice system from colonial legacy, while keeping the focus on justice rather than punishment. Friends, it is monumental revolutionary change from Dand Vidhan to Nyay Vidhan. The passing of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam by Parliament was another just landmark in our legal landscape. This law marks a long overdue measure that will give our women their rightful space in our democracy and amplify the voice of one half of our society when they get representation vertically and horizontally to the extent of 1/3 in Lok Sabha and state legislatures. We can add many more achievements to judiciary and legislature. I am only illustrating. Coming back to the executive, the most important transformative steps have been taken by government through public participation, highlighting the strength of our democracy and strengthening it spinally. From undertaking a nationwide Swachh Bharat, and I am extremely proud, satisfied, noteworthy that the foundation is engaged into this activity in a very meaningful, productive, and impactful manner. Swachh Bharat campaign bringing nearly 1 billion people online through a path-breaking digital public infrastructure push, and that, friends, has been appreciated globally, including by the World Bank. Our digital penetration has been so very impactful that our digital transactions in 2022 were 4 times the combined transactions of USA, UK, France, and Germany. Look at the acceptability that per data internet consumption of Bharat was more than that of USA and China taken together. Our UPI has been adopted even by countries like Singapore. Friends, we are witnessing a path-breaking public infrastructure push. The face of Bharat we are witnessing today is markedly different from what we have seen a decade ago. I don't want to go much into it, but just a decade ago, friends, when it comes to economy, we were part of Fragile Five. Now we are one of the 5 biggest economies at global level, on way to becoming 3rd largest global economy by end of 2030. In the process, we have already overtaken Canada, Great Britain, and France, and we will soon overtake the economy that of Japan and Germany. In August 2023, what a proud moment for all of us. August 2023, we have declared as a space day. India landed its Chandrayaan-3 unmanned probe near the south pole of Moon, becoming the first and the only country in the world to achieve this feat. We east on Moon, Tiranga, and Shiv Shakti Point. Friends, G20, just a few days back, we handed over the presidency to a country in South America. We hosted the world's leading economies at G20 Leaders Summit in New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi championed the African Union's admission as a permanent G20 member and amplified the voice of Global South on the international platform as never before. Both these historic developments indicate global rise of Bharat. European Union was already part of G20. European Union countries were those that had hegemony over African Union, Global South. Bharat became a country that included African Union in G20 and became very forceful voice of Global South. As the G20 chair, India sought to offer the world an alternative to status quo, a shift from GDP-centric to human-centric program. This is not a small achievement. Bharat gave to the world an idea. We have to be people-centric. We have to analyze parameters that go to make a man satisfied, happy. He or she can exploit his or her potential. And the world has accepted it. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reminded the world of what unites us: rather than what divides us. Inclusive, ambitious, action-oriented, and decisive. These are the factors that mark actions of our Prime Minister. And this has been highly rewarding for the nation, that we are now counted as the fastest growing large economy in the world. We are hot favorite destination of investment and opportunity as per World Bank. These 4 words of the Prime Minister defined our G20 presidency. Friends, technology has made inroads in our lives, in our workspace, in our home space. We have to live with it. The advent of disruptive technologies is posing new challenges as well as opportunities. You will be happy to know that there was a time when we used to wait for other nations to develop technology. Then we used to look up to them to give us the technology. Then they will part with technology in a limited sense. So we were far behind. Presently, the scenario is that India has already positioned itself as one of the few countries, and the number is not in double digits. India is positioned as one of the few countries in the world that is charting its own course in terms of researching and harnessing such technologies. Friends, we have already directed our efforts on cutting-edge technologies such as artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, quantum computing. And on quantum computing, we already have a quantum mission where there is already an allocation of 6,000 crores. It has enormous potential, and we are in the front league of nations doing this. Machine learning, that is so critical for a country like ours, that has a population of 1.4 billion. We are working on it. Internet of Things, 6G. When it comes to 6G, our progress is in 2 parts. The first part will be over from 2025 to 2030. We will be engaging in commercial part of 6G. For most of us who are not keenly involved in the final aspects of 6G, it is just having a mobile phone with greater frequency and being fast. Friends, it is much beyond that. Green energy mission of Bharat, already 19,000 crores have been allocated. This has a potential to generate 6 lakh jobs with an investment of 8 lakh crores. Bharat has taken lead in the world in this, and this will be a game changer. Friends, what we have seen today in Bharat, at least was beyond contemplation, imagination and dream of my generation. And I happened to be a member of parliament in 1989 and was a minister in 1990 and 91. I know the ground reality then, how fragile we were. A country known as Sone Ki Chidiya had to send its gold in physical form to 2 Swiss banks to sustain our fiscal viability, reputation. Now our foreign exchange is more than 600 billion. Then it was around 1 billion. That's a great accomplishment. I have no hesitation in saying his final leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has brought about this big change, that in the world our passport carries a different meaning and our voice is heard globally at a level that we state our point, we don't follow anybody's point of view. Today the country has such an enabling ecosystem that allows each member of the society to aspire for distinction, to unleash talent and follow and realize their dreams. I don't want to take more on it, but look at the startups. And our unicorns, we have the largest number when we compare at a global horizon. That is the ecosystem youth are availing today. By 2047, as we celebrate the centenary of our independence, I have no doubt that we will once again have institutions of the like of Nalanda, Vikramshila, Takshila, that will be crucibles of invaluable thought and learning, not just for India, but for the world at large. It is time for our corporates and our universities to grab the opportunity, cling to research and development with respect to disruptive technologies, so that we really become a world leader, because technology defines how secure we are. It is critical even for our national security. Soft power of Bharat, in the form of its wealth and Ayurvedic wisdom, its spirituality and its gift of yoga, already widely recognized across the globe, will become an ever-guiding force for mankind for decades to come. It is indeed a momentous occasion that I get to honor another Kisan. A Kisan who dedicated his life to service with compassion, with dedication, and till the end. As a Kisan Putra, I carry a great message for myself. I reaffirm my faith in development of the nation holistically. Late Justice Konda Madhava Reddy is an icon. An authentic icon. I use the word authentic because in our country, iconic status has been granted on occasions on parameters that are baffling. Friends, nothing can be more dangerous to society, particularly society of our size, that an informed mind, a knowledgeable person, trades on ignorance of others to monetize political or economic equity. Dr. Konda Madhava Reddy was different. He gave a message, and we must ever carry his message. I am so glad the foundation is doing it in a significant manner. He was a man who truly dedicated his life to the service of Bharat and every moment of it. A man who upheld the motto of the Supreme Court, Yeto Dharam Istato Jai. He upheld it till the end, every moment of his life. Which means, where there is righteousness and moral duty, there is victory. I am sure that Justice Konda Madhava Reddy's life and work will continue to guide and inspire the young minds of today in creating a better and stronger nation, Bharat, as we come together to mold the nation of our dreams at 2047. I am greatly beholden to the foundation for affording me such an opportunity to be before such a distinguished audience, to reflect on a man whose vision, mission, and life will ever inspire and motivate us. Friends, I leave this place fully energized, motivated, inspired to practice what Madhava Reddy did not preach, he practiced all his life valiantly. Thank you so much.